What if I told you the single biggest factor in living a long, healthy, and fulfilling life isn't diet, it's not exercise, it's not even genetics, but the strength of your relationships? For over 80 years, Harvard researchers followed the lives of hundreds of people trying to uncover what truly makes us happy and healthy. Their conclusion? It wasn't fame, it wasn't wealth, it wasn't even career success. The people who lived the happiest and longest lives were the ones who had strong, meaningful connections. Yet, in a world where we are more digitally connected than ever, loneliness is becoming an epidemic. Just like a disease, it has claimed lives. So many, in fact, in Japan, they have a name for it, kodukoshi, or lonely death. Every year, thousands of people pass away in their homes unnoticed. Days or even months go by before somebody realizes they're gone. No calls, no knocks on the door, just silence. Can you imagine it? What if one day you die and no one even noticed? Ang sad, no? Now imagine the opposite. Imagine that no matter what happens, someone will check in. Someone will notice if you are missing. Someone will care. Same struggles, same life, but the presence of just one person changes everything. Science tells us that human connection is not a luxury. It is a necessity, as vital as the air we breathe. And today, we are going to explore why. We are going to talk about the healing power of human connection and why it might be the most important thing we need to survive and thrive. Think about this. Human beings have never been the strongest of species. Do you agree? We don't have the fastest legs. We don't have the sharpest claws. And we don't even have the toughest skin. But what we do have is each other. From the very beginning, our survival depended on connection. Being part of a group meant food, protection, and a better chance at life. And because of that, our brains actually evolved to crave connection. Every time we bond with someone, whether through a conversation, when we hug each other, when we laugh together, when we spend time with the people we love and care about, our body responds in the best ways. We release oxytocin, which helps lower stress and helps us feel closer to others. It triggers the release of dopamine and endorphins, which helps us feel happier and lighter. And not only that, the more connected we feel, the lower our cortisol levels, which means less stress, better heart health, and even stronger immune system. In other words, human connection doesn't just feel good. They are good for us. Now, on the flip side, what happens when we don't get enough connection? Science tells us that chronic loneliness increases the risk of heart disease, dementia, and even death. One study found that it is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Our brains are so wired for connection that when we feel left out or that when we are rejected, we just don't hurt emotionally. Science tells us that it activates the same part of the brain as physical pain. So loneliness is not something that's in your head. It is something that your body actually experiences. So if we are so wired for connection, why do so many of us feel so disconnected? Most of us are connected than ever. At any given time, we can text, we can call, we can slide a DM. We have a good number of people on our contact list. We have an X number of group chats. We receive several notifications a day on our social media platforms. Shouldn't all these connections make us feel happy and not so alone? Let's talk about social media for a second. Social media gives us the illusion of connection. Have you ever felt or have you ever scrolled through your screen and see the feed of somebody else seemingly living their perfect lives and then suddenly you felt worse about yours? Yeah, me too. Social media makes us feel that we are staying connected, but what we are actually doing is we're lurking. We're watching each other. We're just observing. We are consuming. We are seeing updates, but not having meaningful connections. And the more time we spend passively scrolling, the lonelier we feel. Not just social media. Think about our daily lives. We order food online. We text instead of calling. Technology has made everything so convenient that it made us avoid real world interactions without realizing it. But random chats with people, meeting up with friends to catch up, calling to check in, these may seem insignificant, but they remind us that we are part of something bigger. And then there is this whole idea of we need to be independent all the time. Society tells us that we need to hustle, we need to grind, we need to be self-sufficient. While, yes, it might be good in some ways, but it made us afraid to ask for help. How many times have you wanted to reach out to someone and then you stopped yourself because you didn't want to bother them? Or maybe you were thinking, I should be able to handle this on my own. And then the fear of being vulnerable. Let's be honest, it's hard to open up. It's hard to share what we are going through. It's hard to share what we truly feel, our thoughts, and etc. It's so scary to be real about what we are going through, especially in a world where ghosting is normal and people disappear without an explanation. Sure, it is easier to keep things on a surface level, right? But the truth is, real relationships are built on vulnerability. We can't have deep connections without it. So what do we do? Be present. Put away distractions and genuinely engage in conversations. Listen actively. Most of the time, people don't need pieces of advice. All they want is to be heard. Number 3, be vulnerable. Let us normalize sharing our joys, our victories, our challenges, and our fears. Fourth is to express gratitude. A simple thank you or appreciating someone can change someone's day. It can do a lot for someone else. Prioritize quality over quantity. A few meaningful relationships are more valuable than the many shallow, superficial ones. And then lastly, engage meaningfully on social media. I am not in any way trying to demonize social media. All I'm saying is that we have to be intentional in using the app. Instead of just passively scrolling, instead of just lurking, instead of just liking, why don't we leave a thoughtful comment? Or why don't we leave a personal message? I would like to end with this. I'd like to share with you a beautiful tradition that we have in the Philippines called the Bayanihan. It's when, neighbors come together to lift and move a bahay kubo. It's a nipa hut from one place to another. What's so beautiful about this, it's spirit. It's the spirit of coming together, not just to lift houses, but to lift each other. It is a powerful reminder that we are not meant to carry our burdens alone. And healing is the same. We heal not in isolation. We heal in connection with people who listen, with people who stand by us, and people who reminds us that we are never truly alone. With people who tell us that I see you, I hear you, and you are not alone. So let us choose to show up for each other. Let us be the hands that lift, the hearts that listen, and the presence that heals. And maybe, just maybe, as we lift others, we find that we too are lifted. Thank you.